The kids are established here. They've been going to school here. Their family's here.
That Mr. Washington has your children during the school year in particular, a significant majority of the time, correct?
The parental relocation statute is not triggered. Parties agree that the parenting plan may change depending on the location of where the minor children are enrolled. And someone explain to me what that means. Good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor. Yes, I'm here representing Mr. Washington.
So
Ms. Toka, I emailed you a little while ago to say that I was retained to represent Ms. Washington. I hadn't had a chance to file a notice of appearance, but we're planning on going ahead and having the hearing this week.
All right, so are you
quite hear that
ready to proceed on this today?
Yes.
All right. Then, Ms. Tucker, you are going to be operating from remotely on this motion?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, and Mr. Washington, is he here?
I believe he's on the Zoom remotely as well. I see his name there.
Let me see this. I'm going to ask there is Mr. Washington. All right. Then we are ready to proceed. This is, I believe it is Mrs. Washington's petition that's been filed in opposition to a relocation.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Then it's your petition. We'll let you put on your proof. So.
I'll call Ms. Washington.
Ms. Washington, I'm going to ask you to step around here to the witness stand.
State your name for the court.
Make sure that we pull that microphone down because we're obviously going to have to, with them on
Sorry.
Zoom, you're going to
Is that
have
better?
to speak directly into the microphone. So.
Can everybody hear me on the Zoom?
Yes.
Okay. All right. State your name for the court.
Noel Washington.
Okay. And you were previously married to Jeffrey Washington, correct?
Yes.
And you guys entered a parenting plan, which we had done that was reportedly temporary. I believe the court's made a ruling on that. But at that time that was entered, there was an idea that Mr. Washington might relocate at some point due to his employment.
Yes.
Okay. And so I believe the judge has already ruled that the relocation statute doesn't apply, but we were supposed to be heard today about school enrollment, which you have objected to for a number of reasons. Can you state the reasons that you've objected to the move?
Yes. The kids are established here. They've been going to school here. Their family's here. Their pediatrician's here that they've been seeing since they were little. Their dentist is here. My daughter, Nyla, she's in cheer at the middle school in White Bluff. And then my 9-year-old daughter, Callie, I had it to where she could do summer school because she didn't do well on her TCAP, even though she made good grades. So instead of them doing summer school, they were going to let her, throughout the upcoming school year at White Bluff Elementary, do tutoring so that she wouldn't be held back.
Okay. And are there any other reasons that you don't want the children to have to go to school in Davidson County?
Just that I don't feel like it'd be beneficial for them, the kids,
Why?
because they don't want to go.
Objection, Your Honor. The children's preferences are not a factor in this matter, and that's hearsay.
Remember, we can't talk about what the children have said.
Yes, I
Okay.
apologize.
That's all right. And so you said that your which daughter, Callie, is in tutoring or needs tutoring? Is that
Yes,
correct?
throughout the upcoming school year.
Okay. Is she supposed to be doing that this summer at all?
There was an option for her to do summer school, but it would be hard with the week that she's with her father for him to get her to summer school during that week.
Okay. Well, do you know if they offer tutoring at the school that she might be going to?
I do not.
Do you know what school she might be going to?
I do not.
Okay. And your children are in different grades, correct?
Yes.
Your youngest one is not even in school yet, is that correct?
Yes.
And your oldest one is still in middle school?
She's in middle school. She's going into the 7th grade.
Okay. And they have friends here?
They do.
They have family here?
They do.
And do they have any family in Nashville besides Mr. Washington?
I believe his sister.
Okay. And so, given the situation of y'all's plan, where you have the children somewhere, you have to take them to school, and that might, is that going to be difficult for you?
It would be difficult to travel to get them there on time
Okay.
from West Dixon to Hermitage.
Okay. How long does that take to drive?
I'm not sure, depending on the exact location of the school that he would be trying to enroll them in.
Okay. Was there anything else going on that makes White Bluff better as far as, in your opinion, of where they should go to school?
No, ma'am, just,
Just what we've talked about?
yes, ma'am.
Okay. And you said your children make good grades,
They do.
and they participate in many activities. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And so Nyla participates in cheer.
Yes,
Is there
ma'am.
football or anything for the other ones?
They were in football and cheer, but that hasn't started up yet for this year.
Okay. And do you know if they'll still be able to participate in those type of activities when they get there?
They will here. I'm sure they could there too, if that's what the kids wanted to do.
I'll pass the witness.
All right, Ms. Toker, you have questions for this witness?
Just a few, Your Honor. Can you hear me okay?
Oh, yes, I apologize.
No, it's okay. Just making sure. Ms. Washington, you mentioned difficulty getting the children to school during your time. But isn't it true that during the school year, your ex-husband, Mr. Washington, he has the children primarily during the school year, correct?
On paper, yes.
Okay. And so in your parenting plan, he has them for every 2 weeks. Isn't it true that he is the one taking them to and from school almost, would you say, 3 or 4 days a week?
It depends. A lot of it was my grandfather that he was living with.
Okay, but I guess I'm asking about the plan. Isn't it true that he is to school 3 or 4 days each week, correct?
Something like that.
And you take them significantly less to school during the school year, 1 day a week max, correct?
No, it is more than 1 day a week.
Okay. Isn't it true that it's you pick them up from school on Thursday, then you're responsible for Friday every other week?
Yes, and then the off week, I have them on a Wednesday, I believe.
On a Wednesday. Okay.
I don't have the plan in front of me.
Okay. Well, so significantly, like you said, on the off week, you have Wednesday, and then on the week where you have more time, it's Thursday through Friday, correct?
Yes,
And you are employed, correct?
yes.
Are you employed as a waitress,
Server,
server? And your ex-husband, he is employed, as I believe you know, as a full-time property manager, correct?
yes.
And so he is responsible for taking them. Well, and let me withdraw. I'm sorry. According to your parenting plan, he has about 80 more days per year of parenting time responsibilities than you, correct?
On paper, yes.
Okay. And that is a court order paper, correct?
Yes,
So that's what should be followed. And would you agree that since he is primarily the one taking them to and from school, it is in your children's best interest to not have to commute multiple hours a day the majority of the time to go to school in White Bluff?
I'm sorry, I'm not understanding what you're asking me.
Okay. So if your ex-husband, Mr. Washington, is taking the kids to and from school and he works in Nashville, in Hermitage, do you agree it would be in your children's best interests to have a shorter commute to and from school when they're with their father?
I'd agree that'd be for both of us.
Well, but you agree that Mr. Washington has your children during the school year in particular a significant majority of the time, correct?
That's a part of the parenting plan, but that's not what happens.
Are you saying you don't follow your court-ordered parenting plan?
I say that we discuss things and he's not there a lot of times. My grandfather's the one that usually takes the kids, picks them up, has them till he gets home around 7-something at night.
And that's because Mr. Washington is working in Hermitage, correct?
Yes,
Okay. Isn't it true that your ex-husband, Mr. Washington, is very much involved in your children's education, helping them do their homework?
for the most part, yes.
And he's very supportive of their extracurricular activities, correct?
For the most part, yes.
Isn't it true he even coached your son's football team at one point when he was in football?
He did.
And per your parenting plan, your ex-husband is responsible for those extracurriculars, the ones you mentioned, cheer, football, any other softball, he's responsible for paying 75% of all of the costs of those things, correct?
Yes.
Right. And so, okay. I think I have no further questions for this witness, Your Honor.
Correct, Ms. Coffenberry. Thank you, ma'am. You may step down and have a seat at the table by your lawyer. Ms. Coffenberry, you may call your next witness. Step right around here, please, ma'am. Raise your right hand. Let's place you under oath.
State your name for the court, please.
Anita Nicholson.
And how are you connected to Ms. Washington?
I'm Noel's aunt.
Okay. And have you had an opportunity to observe these folks' involvement in the children's lives?
I have. I've been there ever since they've been born.
Okay. And so have you, since they have been separated and gone along, have you seen Noelle with her children?
I have.
And have you known her to have them with her and take them places?
Yes.
Okay. And have you observed her involvement with them in taking care of their school, education, and things like that?
Yes. And picking them up when she has them and taking them on time.
Okay. And that seems to work well.
It does. The kids are happy there.
So do you have
Your Honor,
concern?
objection to the kids happy. I'm not sure how she can testify about the children's.
She can testify about what her observations are of the children's behavior, and she cannot repeat what they say, but she can testify about their general demeanor and behavior, so overrule the objection.
Okay.
I've been in their life a long time.
Okay.
And I'm very active in it.
Okay. So have, since this move idea came up, have you observed any changes in the children?
Your Honor, objection. The children are under the age of 12. Their preferences in this matter are not relevant. And I think they're trying to backdoor what their preference is by her observations, but that's not statutorily a basis for a custody decision.
Well, this court has previously found that the address that Mr. Washington is relocated to is less than 50 miles.
Yes.
Therefore, the parental relocation statute is not triggered. So what we now have is basically Mrs. Washington's objection to the school being changed for the children. And frankly, that would require a petition to modify the parenting plan that was adopted by this court. And that parenting plan, which was an agreed parenting plan, not one ordered by the court, but an agreed parenting plan, was filed February the 13th of 2026, signed off on by both Mr. and Mrs. Washington. In that parenting plan, Mr. Washington is designated as the primary residential parent. And it apportions the days at 140 days per year with the mother and 225 days with the father. He goes on to set out that the mother will have the exercise her parenting plan every other week on Thursday afternoon, when she'll make arrangements to pick up the children from school until Monday morning, when the mother will return the children to school. The schedule is supposed to begin February the 11th, 2026. Then it goes on to talk about the off week. She gets Wednesday afternoon until Thursday morning when she takes the children back to school, so she sees them every week. More concerning to this court is the subsection J, other following special provisions apply. The very first one of those is that this parenting plan shall remain in place until July the 12th of 2026. The parties agree that the parenting plan may change depending on the location of where the minor children are enrolled in school for the 2026-2027 school year. Now, someone explain to me what that means?
Well, Judge, since I was part of, with Ms. Franklin trying to create this plan with these folks, we sat down, and because we knew that Mr. Washington might move, and also in anticipation of them developing a better co-parenting relationship, that in July we would revisit it so that we could come up with an alternative schedule was the plan.
Well, I know you were not involved in the initial filing of this proceeding, but the court is of the opinion that we don't really have anything filed before this court that would allow me to make a modification of the parenting plan. What it sounds like is that Mr. Washington may have envisioned that he was going to relocate, and you all agreed to this, but said that it will last until July the 12th of 2026, and thereafter, something else is going to have to happen.
Yes, sir.
But no petition has been filed to modify that parenting plan. There's only an opposition to the relocation.
Right.
That has not been triggered by the statute. Therefore, this court is of the opinion, I don't have anything before me today that would allow me one way or the other to rule in what you're requesting. I think you are free to, without prejudice, to file a petition to modify the parenting plan based on the very fact that it was envisioned that it would be modified. The question then becomes, is that going to do away with the requirement of a change of material, change of circumstances, which is normally what is required to change a parenting plan? But based on my review, while this has been going on, of this parenting plan in this particular case, I'm of the opinion that I must dismiss this action because it does not meet the criteria for a opposition to the parental relocation, and give you leave to file a petition to modify the parenting plan as envisioned in subsection J1 of your parenting plan that would address these issues. Ms. Toka, I'm of the opinion that this is the appropriate way to handle it. So,
And if that were to happen, Your Honor, and they would have leave, obviously, like you say, to modify, to file a petition to modify, if that's what they want to do, would there be any objection to Mr. Washington enrolling the children in his new school district, since he is
he's the primary residential parent. Under the parenting plan they agreed upon, they have joint decision-making, but if they cannot agree, he makes all of the educational final decisions. So enrolling the children in a different school is an educational decision. So I would suggest that if you're going to oppose that, Ms. Coffenberry, you need to get something filed to modify the petition, the parenting plan, get a petition filed and try to get a hearing as soon as possible. Because obviously it's within his purview under that agreed order that he be allowed to make these decisions. So,
All right.
all right.
Well, that's what we'll do, Your Honor. Thank you.
And so, Your Honor, I'll submit an order that reflects that.
Just make sure that it shows that this court's of the opinion that because the parenting plan, parental relocation was not triggered by the distance requirement, and there was this case cited by you in one of your filings that I have read, and it is correct. It is not the lineal miles, it is the direct miles that govern it. So if you will put in there that the court doesn't find that this has been triggered by the relocation of Mr. Washington, and that it would be necessary for a petition to be filed to modify the parenting plan in order to give us what we need to do about ruling. So, all right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.